Good evening, friends. This session is dedicated to all language lovers, particularly those children, those students, or those adults who are willing to build up their expressions in English language. See, there is no denying the fact that any foreign language, you know, needs constant, practice of oration, speech, and use of grammatical items. If a child or if a student starts learning from an early stage using beautiful words and sentences, he or she may have well acquaintances of tense, verb form, time, structure of sentences, sequence of tenses, and most often in any spoken English or any written English, building of expression requires a very sound knowledge of tenses. There are two such tenses which we often use in day-to-day writing and day-to-day conversation, day-to-day communication, because the communication skill is totally based on your accuracy of using language. And it is there are two such tenses which are often or frequently used in beautifying, in enhancing the oration, ability of oration. The first one is present perfect tense, and the second one is simple past tense. First of all, let us relate these two tenses. Often, the students who are not in good practice of using time and tense, they get confused. Like if they know, that present perfect tense is used to express an action which has just been completed in the recent present. The action might have started in the past. That action might be a past action, but it has continued in the present at a time. Therefore, we will be using present perfect instead of simple past. Now look at the relation of the simple past and present perfect. Simple past states an action which took place and got finished at a time in the past. The action got finished. There is no continuation of the action in the simple past. For example, look at that. He saw me today. Now he had seen me this morning, or maybe during the day. The same sentence can be said in the present perfect. He has seen me today. There is nothing wrong in that. Similarly, you relate the two. India became independent in 1947. That is simple past. When did India become independent? In the year 1947. So we will say India became independent in 1947. That is a simple past action. And now we are relating. India has been independent since then. That is present perfect. He finished his project last month. He has worked on that project for several months. So look at this correlation of these two sentences. COVID-19, started in the year 2020, probably in the month of March. It has continued till today. That is present perfect. COVID-19, the second strain of COVID-19 started sometime back in the month of March this year, and it has continued till today, and it is continuing. So we can say that the virus COVID-19 struck India in the year 2020. This virus has continued in India till today. It has been continuing, and it will continue further also. It appears that it's a very lethal and very dangerous virus. So present perfect tense and simple past can simultaneously be used together for building expressions. Look at that. In day-to-day conversation, when you started delivering a speech, or when you started explaining some event, or when you wanted to express your perception or your outlook or your concept to someone, if you are in a profession, let us say in a corporate sector, and you are dealing with some of your project and making a presentation of your company's performance, or maybe that the product that is now being popular in the market. Now, making a presentation also requires building of expression. For example, you may say that my company started producing this product. Let us say this product is a pharmaceutical product. This medicine was produced by my company in the year 2020. Since then, that company has produced almost 4,000 tons of, 4,000 tons of products, and have distributed all over the world. Similarly, you can say that the manufacturing of Maruti India started long time back in India. Since then, Maruti India has been doing a wonderful job. It has been producing, a number of eco-friendly, vehicles, four-wheelers for the people, particularly for the economic class. The present perfect tense is also used to express an action starting sometime in the past and continuing up to the present. Like, he has lived in this, city since 1995. He has worked on this project since yesterday. He has, he has worked on this job for 10 years. She has worked in this company for 20 years. So when you started an action, that was in the past, but you have continued that action in the present over some time or some period of time. Like, he has lived in the city for 10 years. That means he has lived in the city since, let us say, 1992. He has lived in this city for 20 years. So when there is a sense of period of time or point of time, you may use present perfect tense. And particularly for since and for, you have to use now in questioning also. How long have you worked here? Since when have you worked here? So the answer will be, I have worked here since 1992. Since when have you joined this company? Well, I have joined this company since 1992. So like that, you can use simple past and present perfect simultaneously with such actions. Now, if the adverbs of this time, such as presently, recently, this year, over the years, since and for, they can be used simultaneously, in the present perfect tense. Like, you may say that, well, he has worked on this project since last week. Since last week, he has seen me this week, like that. Simple past tense is also used after the phrasal expressions, like it is time. It is time we started correcting our mistake. It is time we started realizing the consequences of COVID-19. It is high time we learned from the consequences of COVID-19. So whenever you start a phrase, it is time, it will be in simple past tense. It is high time we started learning from COVID-19. It is high time we started playing, cricket. It is high time India started winning the game. It is, time we mended our behavior. It is time we rectified our mistake. Like that, we can use simple past and present perfect in day-to-day conversation while building expressions. In the next video, we shall talk about some other tenses. Thank you very much.